Northstar is an in-transit child safety system that is very unique world over. This is a product that has gone through 3 revisions already. Essentially, it has 3 parts to it. One is location-based services that benefit parents. Parents have a unique application that they can download for the iPhone or Android, where they know to the last second exactly what the location of the bus is, whether the child made it into the bus, whether their child got off the bus, etc. And also all the notifications from the school. The school uses the Northstar web application to actually push notifications to parents. So that's one thing. Which becomes the single window to the parent of all in-transit related information about their child. They always know exactly what is happening. Number one. So number two, there is smart attendance. These are small children. Typical attendance systems which use passive RFID, etc., do not work in this particular case. So essentially, when the child gets in or gets out of the bus, for example, the child gets off at the wrong stop, or whether the child gets into the wrong bus, those kinds of events are automatically detected and relayed to parents, and schools as well. So they instantly know in case something is not the way it is supposed to be. Actually, the children typically carry an ID, an identification or a tag. We also have other things that we do. For example, the identification can be embedded in a school bag, so it becomes a smart school bag. Or smart shoes. We are working with a shoe manufacturer. Depending on what formats the school wants, they can always opt for that. So essentially, the same card can also double as for library management systems. Where child checks out the bus. In-campus, cashless transactions for children, buying, a cup of noodles from the canteen, for example. It can do so many different things, from a child's standpoint. So from a parent standpoint, it is just convenience. In the morning, both parents typically work. It becomes so convenient when they have up to the minute information, up to the second information on exactly how to time their visit to either pick up the child or drop the child off. And also knowing, having that peace of mind, knowing exactly when the bus reached school and whether the child got off at the the right stop and all that, right? So that entire thing. From a school standpoint, it becomes very easy for them to manage all the data. It's very simple. In a day, they can set themselves up. This runs off of the Amazon cloud. We have a highly sophisticated cloud server that can be accessed from any tablet or laptop from a school standpoint. It's very easy for them to set themselves up, whether it is bus information, driver information, child information, parents information, and so on. Very easy to do that. And they also have an alert monitoring dashboard where they get up-to-date information on their entire fleet. And any delays, for example, which are 6 minutes or over, instantly the colors change on the bus. They know exactly what to do. Typically, the transport admin has a tablet, a tablet-based app. So instantly, the moment the alert appears, he can actually reach out to the driver directly. He can actually call the driver, see what is going on. Similarly, there is a third piece, which is in-transit video surveillance, which is a very unique hybrid model that we have, which lessens the load on the network because it's very difficult to ship huge video files across the board. With a single click, the school can monitor any video feed for the last 30 days, whichever trip, whichever route, doesn't matter, and let it reside anywhere. They can instantly access that. It is not manual. It is through a central console. They can have a laptop. They can log into the console, the Northstar console, and from the console they can pull. They can say, hey, route number 3, last Wednesday, I want to look at the drop-off trip. What really happened? Because a parent might have come and complained, hey, my child got bullied. It becomes very easy for the school to manage that entire data. So that is what the product does. It is one of its kind world over. In India, we are looking at about 350 schools. We are ending this month with about 350 schools. Over 6 lakh parents, who are using our system today, who pay a monthly fee for SaaS subscription. And the market is huge. There are about 45,000 schools in India in RTG alone. And there is a lot of interest that we are finding from. So typically, there is a one-time payment from the school for investing in the IoT hardware that goes into the buses. And then the parents actually pay a small monthly fee every month. Typically, it ranges from about 80 rupees to 150 rupees, depending on the services that they choose.